it's your Tika and welcome to TikaTime. In this episode, we're going to cover how to deal with being down and depressed. And I just want to tell you guys that it is okay to be down and depressed, all right? Okay. It is a learning opportunity. Whenever you're not feeling good about yourself, it's because you probably did something or said something you don't feel good about, okay? And yes, of course, there's like outside factors that your parents might have done something or your siblings or your friends, but that down and depressed, if you're feeling that because somebody else did something to you, is still your work. It's still internal work you need to do to understand how to cope with things that are coming your way that maybe don't make you feel that good, you know? And how do I handle those situations? So yeah, there's like a part of the down and depressed that you have brought upon yourself and somebody else might have brought upon you. But in either situation, it doesn't matter. You see, the goal is to learn and grow and move on from that situation. It doesn't matter how the situation got there or how you were made to feel down and depressed. Because you can go all you want and blame and play the victim card and say so-and-so made this, made you feel like this. But you're not realizing the bigger picture here. Somebody's always going to make you feel like crap, along with yourself, all right? You are not necessarily like never making a mistake either. So you're telling me that when you make a mistake, it's okay, but if somebody else does, it's not? Well, that's a little hypocritical, right? And we don't want to do that. You are just as much of a person as somebody else. And so if somebody else did something to you, you did something to yourself, like opened your mouth up and said a bunch of, wrong, hurtful things. Either way, if somebody else did it or you did it, it still has to be digested and still has to provide growth in you. Does that make sense? So the whole victim thing, I just don't understand it because you have to grow. Whether it's coming from an external or an internal factor, it doesn't matter. You have to go on and improve and digest that and make yourself better. So how do I mean that? Well, like when your coping mechanisms is what you need to make better. And I have 3 things, okay, that you're gonna do to help yourself feel better when you or somebody else has said something that does not make you feel good. All right. Number 1, I want you to journal. Yeah, I know. Old fashioned. I can't tell you enough. Writing versus typing is so much more important because your hand is like connected to your brain. We've been writing for so long. Just like in note taking, when I'm tutoring you guys, I always tell people, write it out. Don't type it. Don't type up notes. Write notes out. Your brain is wired to remember better because of this physical mental connection, okay? I want you to journal. Get a journal and write in it. And then as you're going through your growth, you can also look back and see how much you've grown and where you were and where you are now. Or maybe reminding yourself, oh my gosh, I'm in this situation again. I can go back to that journal entry and remind myself, what did I come up with at that time? Efficiency. Who's got time? Nobody. But we've got enough to learn and do the right thing for the next time if you're doing your right work. Number 2, I want you to figure out what kind of things help you to cope. And that can be different, and it's got to be healthy coping mechanisms. So no eating a whole bunch of bad food, no hurting anybody, including yourself, off limit. It is not nice to do that to anybody. Not healthy. You can also, an unhealthy way also could be like trash talking, maybe to somebody else or yourself, okay? And that is also very hurtful to somebody else or yourself. Don't do that. You're just gonna down upon yourself. That is not coping, all right? So now, healthy coping ways, for example, like for me, I make myself some tea and I get on my cozy pajamas and I grab a cozy blanket and I sit on the couch and I watch a movie. Now, don't watch those crazy drama movies, okay? That is not going to help. You are trying to lighten your mind from feeling like crap. And you already put all those feelings down in your journal, right? So you don't need to bring it all back and do now, analyze somebody else's life and mistakes and what this dramatic show entails. Like, ew, no. Watch a comedy, a romantic comedy, something that makes you laugh, lighten your load. You got to forget about it a little bit, okay? So now, sometimes you're not going to be able to do that like right away or that day, but after, or even the journaling. But when you journal, at the end of the journal entry, try and figure out a time when you can do this. Especially if you're a busy college student, that's hard, right? You might have to wait, some exam to be actually able to do this. And then you're just going to take that, whatever it is, that feeling or whatever it is that you did or somebody else did to you, and you're just gonna put it on the shelf, okay, for later. It's gonna be there. You can like caress it once in a while and be like, hi, okay, I got you. I'm gonna come back to you later, all right? Because you don't have time for that right now. So you find the time to do something that makes you feel better and comforted. You need to take care of yourself. Ain't nobody gonna do it for you. Don't expect anybody else to do it for you. You need to figure out, because their coping mechanisms can actually be different from yours, so it's not gonna make you feel better. You need to figure out what it is that makes you feel better and work on that. All right, so number 3, now you need to go to somebody to talk about it. And this is my love bug, is my youngest child. Subscribe, share, and love me. I'm always here to love you. Write comments. I think it'd be great if you guys were to share like some coping mechanisms that you guys use, and we can share that amongst each other and get more ideas of how to be more loving with ourselves and how to manage our icky feelings, okay? So subscribe, share, like, have a great day.